People versus Cecil Allen Leach. That's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
You got a ticket for driving without a valid license on January 11th. We moved the arraignment to today and you are here. You got a ticket on January 11th at 2:30 in the morning. Centerville Road, Elm Street in Sturgis. I didn't know that was Elm Street in Sturgis. But they wrote this under state statute. I don't know why they keep doing that. Let's see what your status is. You're not licensed. Did you ever have a license in another state?
Yeah, I have been in Indiana.
You have an Indiana license?
I did, yes.
All right, this is what often happens. So you have an issue with your Indiana license?
Yeah, it's currently suspended.
Well, then the way they charge it here is no ops ever acquired. 257904. I think that's how he charged this. A, yes. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Normal fine is $100 plus $125 of state costs. How do you plead to that charge?
Not guilty.
What do you suggest, Mr. Truckee?
I asked for counsel to be appointed. It's charged kind of funny.
Well, it's charged the way they normally charge it. What are your chances of getting your license fixed in Indiana?
I would have to pay off some tickets, some reinstatement fees, and file a SR-22.
How'd you get here today?
My fiance drove me.
Where's she?
She's currently in the lobby with the kids.
All right. I heard them. Well, I normally wouldn't appoint a lawyer on no ops ever applied, but you live in Sturgis?
I'm currently in the process of moving to Sturgis. As of right now, my mailing address is in Indiana. Auburn, actually. Like I said, we're in the process of moving everything up here this way.
All right, I'm going to appoint an attorney, set an attorney pretrial for 3/6/26 at 8:30. We're going to be very busy that day also. Whatever you can do in Indiana to get squared away would help your circumstance here. All right, now I have Mr. Clark. Here's his file. Bear in mind, he also has an unpaid ticket of $220. That's the one you were going to ask the prosecutor if they would talk to him in an instant pretrial.
I was going to try to sort that. Yeah.
So there's that file. In the meantime, I'll take a plea on Mr. Bush's case, Mr. Ebert, and we'll see if you can get a prosecutor to talk with you. Good morning, Mr. Ebert. This is file 252845, People versus Jeremiah Ray Ebert. Or excuse me, Robert Jeremiah Ebert. No, I got it wrong. Jeremiah Ray Ebert. But it says here Egbert. Is
It's
it
Egbert.
Egbert?
Yes.
All right, they wrote Ebert. And I met you at your arraignment. You pled not guilty of this charge of no valid operator's license and speeding. Prosecutor's gonna dismiss the speeding charge, which will save you $90. And you're gonna plead to having no valid license under Constantine ordinance. That's no ops, we call it. It's a misdemeanor, a minor one. Punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. It does carry 2 points. Normal fine is $100 plus costs. You understand?
Yes.
Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this
No.
or promise you anything?
No.
I forgot to tell Miss Rappy she had some unpaid fine. All right, where were you going?
I was leaving the gas station in Constantine and actually getting ready to go pick my daughter up at Glen Oaks College, which
Why don't you have a license?
I have issues going on in Indiana, which I'm currently going to court for them to try and resolve that because of this ticket. And it's gonna end up being resuspended for another year.
Well,
So
you're
that's
on
why
what
I'm
I
here
call the
pleading
driving
guilty to this.
suspended merry-go-round, but you did have someone drive you here today.
Yes, my wife.
All right. Good for you. Yeah, it's a bummer getting suspended. It makes life difficult in the world we live in.
I think the only good thing is now that I'm actually taking care of Indiana, so eventually I will get it back. Yeah.
Which often happens as a result of all this travail. You do things to actually get yourself situated,
Yes.
if there is any silver lining. All right. $100 fine, $50 state minimum fee, and a $75 crime victims' rights fee, $225. Can you pay that today or any time to pay it?
Yes, you pay
No?
today.
All right, very good. You can pay on a credit card, but I'll send you out to the counter with the court officer. And this is done. Thank you for your patience.
All right, thank you.
I forgot to tell Miss Rapp that showed me $157 to the court, but we did resolve her case. Maybe Mr. Santees will get the word there's a warrant for him and show up. So we have one pretrial outstanding, that'd be Mr. Abram, and the prosecutor's talking to him right now. So we did resolve the two Constantine ordinance. Oh, I guess they were all ordinance. With Constantine. So that was good. We do have a large number of final pretrials this afternoon. We doubled up because the courthouse was closed last Thursday because of the flooding and no heat. Everything from last Thursday was scheduled for today. So we have last Thursday's cases and today's cases all set for this afternoon. So we'll get our money's worth starting at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So I'll stay here and wait for this pretrial to come back, see how we're doing. All in all, not bad for this morning. All right, we turn to Abraham Clark, whoops, he has license, registration and insurance. Mr. Truckee, what's the status here?
I spoke to Ms. Stoll from the prosecutor's office. She agrees that no proof of insurance would settle this matter.
Well, that's very generous.
She's my favorite prosecutor. Don't let Mr. Robert know said.
All right, no proof of insurance is a civil infraction. I guess they don't want to beat you up. No license and driving without a registration are going to be dismissed. Especially since you got an earlier ticket for some of the same stuff. But the good news is you did get your license.
Yes, sir.
That would be 251261 ST. And 251352. Fine and costs in and no proof of insurance. And will be due 30 days from today, which would be February 28th, which I think is a Saturday. Now you have this earlier unpaid ticket from 2025. Give them that away. It is 257004479 OT. Are you aware of that?
I am now.
All right, I want you to go out to the counter. The other one is due in 30 days. I want you to figure out a payment plan or something or pay that other one. Or you'll end up getting suspended again, potentially.
Not a problem, Your Honor.
So you're off the driving suspended merry-go-round.
Good thing I was getting nauseous.
Yeah, I get dizzy. All right. Mr. Clark, thank you for your patience. Every day somebody ends up being last. That happened to be you, but you got a very generous plea offer from the prosecutor. And you need to take care of that other old ticket and you should be good to go for a while.
Thank you, sir.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Ross, as soon as we go off the record, I want to touch base with you on our cases for next week.
Yes.
Hey,
Hey, take care of yourself. Good to see you, man.
Thank you very much.
all right, that finishes our arraignment docket. I don't think we have any bench warrants or anything. We got some things to take care of in the.
Another question I guess Mr. Verway had was if he asked me if I knew, other than potentially losing rights to carry a CPL, if getting a conviction for one of the counts for firearm possession under the influence would result in like loss of firearm rights.
Yeah, that's what you do. You look it up. Bring the case up here. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for your patience. Are you Bruce Furway?
Yes, sir.
You got charged with the crime we've had several of today, operating with a high blood alcohol level. We've had 4 of these today with people with very high blood alcohol. You were out near the cattle operation of the dairy on Frank Jones Road on December 6th. I think it already started snowing by then. The allegation is that you were driving a vehicle with a high blood alcohol level and 2 counts of possession of a firearm. The possession of a firearm under the influence charge requires forfeiture of the weapon or device. I do not believe it prohibits your ability to further own firearms, but it requires that the firearm be destroyed. That's under the statute 750.239. That just has to do with destruction of the firearms. It doesn't seem to carry any additional sanction. At any rate, the charges are significant. As I understand it, Ms. Stoll, the prosecutor's view is if he would get an assessment, start treatment, they would be inclined perhaps to reduce it to impaired driving and 1 count of possession of a firearm under the influence.
That's correct, Your Honor.
What I would propose we do here, Mr. Verwey, I get the impression you're not opposed to that. You're willing to get an alcohol assessment.
Yeah, I can get, that's not a problem.
All right. I would propose what we do is set a regular pretrial for March 27th. That's 2 months out. We'll put it on the regular pretrial calendar. That would be Friday, March 27th at 8:30. Is that acceptable to you, Ms. Stoll?
That is, Your Honor.
Mr. Gibson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defendant will get assessment and start treatment. Have you been to an AA meeting?
No,
They don't
but I
cost-
promise I have not drank anything.
All right, well, I don't know what they're gonna recommend. It doesn't cost anything.
Other than talking to a pastor, but not talking to somebody who's dedicated.
All right, so you're counseling with your pastor?
Yeah, and then my doctor, for depression stuff.
And you're grieving in addition.
Yeah, I just lost my son.
That's what I understand, and this is a very not uncommon thing. People treat grief sometimes with alcohol. In fact, everybody today that I saw had one guy was in the 3s, 2.5, 2.7, 1.92. I don't know what the world is, but we just see higher and higher blood alcohol levels. Which essentially, if you're convicted of even 1 count, both firearms would probably be destroyed under the statute. All right, Mr. Gibson, they can give you that information. Our probation department's all discombobulated because it flooded. So some people are working remotely. The clerk is back here somewhere. She's brand new. Priscilla, our previous clerk, coming back as a probation officer. Autumn is shifted to magistrate. We got a lot going on, but the clerks can give you Mr. Taylor's assessment place or Pivotal or Spencer Price. And
Okay.
I think your client would benefit from any of those. All right, Mr. Verway, you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Gowan, good afternoon. I saw you by Zoom the other day, but here you are face to face.